What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of Bloodstock 2024.
Henrik, rhythm guitar and vocals. Stefan on bass. Niklas, lead guitar and backing vocals. Marius, drums.
And it's an absolute pleasure to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining us. I believe you are playing later today, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We're playing 15:45 at the New Blood stage.
Excited for it, or?
Yeah. Pretty stoked, yeah.
Yeah? How are you all feeling? How's your Saturday going? Like, are we all refreshed, we're ready to go?
It's an average Saturday, I say. A little bit more nervous, maybe, but other than that, it's Bloodstock is pretty good. Malevolence afterwards, and
nice.
Pretty good lineup today.
Yeah. And were you excited about the announcement yesterday for next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got it's a nice lineup. I mean, I obviously got the Kubla Khan t-shirt.
Yeah, I got the lineup yesterday on my phone, and I just saw Trivium, the Black Dahlia Murderer, Kubla Khan, Gojira, and I was like, we have to go here next year again.
That's all of our favorite bands. Not even joking.
That's not bad. No, we're not going to play. We're just going to go. yeah. We're just going to go. So wonderful. So for a Slaughterhead show compared to a Slaughterhead festival show, do you change set this up accordingly? So just drop in all the bangers if people might not be so familiar with yourselves?
Yeah, we just drop all the songs we like playing, and obviously try to pick a set that's best for the time. 30 minutes on set. We just pick the most, probably the songs that fits best together after one another, and just try to go all out on stage as well.
Yeah. How did you get here, by the way? When did you fly out here?
We flew here from Norway.
Yeah.
And we took a train from London, from Gatwick Airport, all the way up to Birmingham.
Yeah.
And we had to switch trains a whole bunch of times, and then up here to Derbyshire or whatever to Bloodstock. Unfortunately, you made it seem very simple. It was not that simple at all. Like the plane ride is 90 minutes maybe. We spent 11 hours getting here.
What?
I'm not even joking. We left our houses at 5 a.m. and we got here at 3 o'clock or something like that.
What
it was absolute chaos with the trains.
We got lost in the train schedules.
Absolutely lost.
Was that the British trains?
It's the British trains.
Something like that.
We don't really know what we're doing. Sorry about it. I think things just turn up and go, it's going here, good luck.
Yeah, so many buses just like, alright, you know what? We're just not gonna go where you guys are going. Alright, we're just gonna change the schedule on this day, this time, and this evening,
And also, you drive on the wrong side of the road here.
No, come on.
The wrong side, guys.
Get
it right.
I think we're the only ones that drive on that side, to be honest with you. So I think you might be right, actually, yeah. I think the entirety of America and Europe drive on the same side that you all do, and we just go, do you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna do what we want to do.
We're gonna do what we want.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the thrash attitude here.
We're the fucking UK. Let's do what we like, cheers.
So as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of Sophie and the story?
Not really, but
maybe he is.
Yeah, I know that she got killed.
Yes.
In 2007.
Yes.
Yeah, by being a goth.
Exactly
and,
that. Yeah.
A boyfriend or something.
Yeah, her and her boyfriend were attacked on the way home from a night out in 2007. Sophie lost her life. Her boyfriend was in a coma, but he did fortunately survive the attack. And as you just said, it was literally because they were goths. The way they were dressed, that was it. There was no rhyme or reason. They didn't know the kids that did this. That was literally all it happened. So Sophie's mum set up the foundation to basically help protect us lot in the alternative community. Make sure that this doesn't happen again. So we're asking artists this weekend at the festival, is this something you've had to deal with where you've had stereotypes put upon you because of the music you listen to?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've all been metalheads since we were like kids. So I remember primarily in 7th grade or something, like you're being the outcast because you had long hair and being called a girl or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And whatever metal merch you're wearing is just weird, and you don't really belong into the normal people's groups. But eventually I found some guys who are just like me. And it's been better during the years. Like after I don't know how the education system works here, but after 10th grade you have to switch schools to do an education.
Really?
And I think when I switched schools, I noticed that people were much more grown up. So that all stopped. But from like 7th to 10th grade, it was not a pleasant experience to say like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, for me as well, it's a lot of that stereotype stuff, like, metalhead, he's gonna go burn churches or whatever, right? And he's an alternative, right? And it's from where we're from, it's like, if you're different, then you're weird, right? And that's just how it is. But after they've seen us getting like that local success and stuff like that, we've gained a lot more respect from those people, those specific people who who kind of wear like haha, But it's like we do what we want to do, we just like to play music and we love metal, and and we don't care if people point at us, because we're on stage and we're having fun, and hopefully they're having fun too watching it,
And even though the weirdest thing is, even though Norway is probably one of the most metal places, it's still like that. Although it's in Norway, it is just so stupid, and it seems like no one wants to do anything about it. It's
the same problem here. Like, the work of the foundation is to make being the alternative subculture a hate crime. And that was 2007 this mission started, and it's still not been classed as a hate crime now. It's still so much work to be done. But obviously, when you guys were growing up, when Sophie was growing up, compared to 2024, the world is a very different place.
Yes, definitely.
Do you think it might be easier now to be part of this community growing up, or still a lot of challenges?
I definitely think it's really easier now, because people start to respect, and even metal's coming up again from the underground as well. So it's starting to become more of a norm that people listen to other music than rap and pop and stuff, So it's like heavy metal is becoming more of like one of those genres that, okay, he listens to heavy metal, that's okay, he likes what he likes stuff. Especially in Norway, it's starting to look like that, definitely.
Absolutely amazing. That's what we like to hear. And a lot of the answers we've had are saying that, and a lot about social media as well, because it's helping people find their people.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we let you get out of here, what is the future looking like for you guys? Have you got anything coming up, tours?
Well, we're definitely going to try to get as much attention out there, so probably maybe a label could pick us up, we're striving for that success. We're working pretty hard every day, because we're all still pretty young, we still go to school or work and stuff, and we make the most out of it, the time that we have, because we have a lot of time to put into the band as well, so our plans for the future is definitely, we're writing our first album right now. It's almost done, and hopefully we can find someone who can get us a studio, whatever, do it ourselves, whatever, record our album, get it out there, and perhaps maybe go on tour someday.
And regarding shows in the future, we don't really have anything planned after this, I don't think. So if anyone would like to have us, we're more than happy.
Please pick us up. Our books are open. Well, best of luck to you guys. Thank you so much for popping down, chatting to us today.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you, my friend.
Hi, my name's Phil. I'm the guitarist and vocalist for Final Coil.
I'm Yola, and I'm bassist.
And it's an absolute pleasure to have you both. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
And luckily the rain has stopped for this time being, so fingers crossed. Everything crossed, that sort of thing. How are your personal Saturdays treating you?
Absolutely amazing. We played yesterday, so there may or may not have been mild celebration, so there was a little bit of fragility this morning.
Yeah. Also a bit of alcohol involved after.
Just a little bit. How's the heads?
Well, there were pills, mistakes were made. So certain life choices were questioned.
Okay, look, are you excited for the announcement that was made yesterday?
I'm absolutely thrilled about this, So as soon as I'm coming back home, I'm buying tickets. That's just
So I just noticed you're up for a shirt, so yeah. So obviously you mentioned the mild celebrations, but how was the set yesterday?
It was amazing. I mean, we've been waiting for so many years to have the opportunity to play Bloodstock. So Yola and I first came here in 2008, and Opeth were headlining back then. And I think that was the year that we kind of brought the band back after a hiatus. And it never occurred to me that, some years down the line we'd be playing here, and it went brilliantly. We had a chance to play songs from all 3 albums.
Nice.
We had a really nice crowd. We had some good friends who made the effort to come just to see us, and I think we made quite a few new friends as well. The New Blood stage is such a major stepping stone for bands.
Yeah, oh yes. Yeah, that's one thing I love about Bloodstock is that no matter what time you're on, and no matter where you're playing, people will turn up, regardless of how hungover they are, how tired they are. No matter if, say, a bigger band's clashing on the main stage, people will always turn up to watch new material, see new bands, and I think it's incredible. Huge family feel about this festival. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of unique in that regards. I mean, we go to a lot of festivals, and I think really there's, Bloodstock and Arctangent are maybe the two that really sort of go out of their way to support independent bands.
Yes.
And, the bigger festivals, I think particularly sort of things like Reading, which used to be very good at that back in the sort of late 90s, early 2000s, they sort of moved away from that, and it really just takes away from the festival, and, it makes Bloodstock very, very special.
Yeah, 100%. But compared to a Final Coil show, to a Final Coil festival show, do you change the set list up accordingly so people might not be so familiar with yourself, say, so you just drop all the bangers in?
We had that discussion, and we decided that the best representation of the band would be to be quite honest about the fact that we're very progressive. We do conceptual themed albums, so we staged the set list very much like we stage an album. So we started with 2 of our heavier songs because we obviously wanted to come in hard, and then we actually had a kind of lengthy progressive song in the middle. It's one of our favourites to play, called Fail Light, and it's something I think a little bit different for the festival. You do get some bands playing some of that more ethereal material, like Alcest would do something like that. But I think it was just a more honest representation of who we are, and we wanted to do that so that the people who did come and check us out would hopefully sort of come with us. We didn't want to just kind of drop all our short, heavy songs in there because it wouldn't feel natural to us.
Yeah, I think that the same, our albums are, we're always working on the way that we want to have really good flow, so it's a really nice journey for people who actually listen to the albums. We love music, we collect music, we have lots of records at home, we listen like vinyl from top to end. And yes, we are planning to actually do vinyl for our last record as well, because we actually cherish that experience, and we actually really think through how we want set to come. So people who are coming in from top to land, they will kind of have really interesting experience. And for us, it's interesting to play, so yeah.
And we were delighted because the audience stayed with us, and I think they really dug the kind of long Failed Light, and then obviously we brought it back to the heavier stuff towards the end.
I mean, you picked a perfect day to play long songs with Opeth headlining, to be fair. People were there for that sort of music.
Yeah, that's true. And Opeth are huge fans of Opeth as well. And
they were so
playing
good.
the same day of them.
So good.
They were, weren't they? Absolutely amazing.
But us as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of Sophie and the story?
Yes, we are, and I think it was probably one of the most traumatic, and I think it was a defining moment in many ways for the metal community, both in terms of the horror of what happened, but also the positivity of what came out of that, and particularly the foundation and the work that it's doing. But yeah, we're very aware of it.
So what we're doing when we're talking to artists this weekend, we're trying to find out what are some of the stereotypes that you've had put on you in your day-to-day life, whether it be when younger or even now to this day. Just because you're part of this community, whether it be, oh, he's a rough and ready one, isn't he? Oh, I bet he worships Satan. Whatever it may be, are these the sort of things you've had to deal with in your life?
I think certainly it's that kind of, there's always this kind of stereotype about hatred and anger and Satanism that exists in the metal community. This is what you hear. So it's like, oh, you listen to angry music, you must be really full of hate, you must really hate these things. And It's weird because obviously you talk to metal fans, you talk to metal bands, they are the nicest, kindest, most humanitarian people you'll ever meet. Whether you're reading an interview with Cannibal Corpse and you see Corpse Grinder holding a puppy, they're just incredibly lovely people, and the music, the art is absolutely separated from the people. It's really weird because it's the same with like horror movies. If you ever read interviews with like the people who make horror movies, they're so proud and so delighted of the work they do, but they get tarred with this brush. You must be violent, you must really hate people, you must be a misanthrope, and I think that stigma it still attaches to the metal community, and I've never really understood why. Because you spend even 5 minutes talking to someone wearing a black metal t-shirt, you'll find that they're just really nice people.
Absolutely. But I think you've answered the question there. When you talk to someone, there is no line of communication. It's all assumption, which is the problem, which is what we need to try and get rid of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the thing is that that's the conceptual thrust of all three of our albums. That the whole, like the Persistence trilogy, is about exactly that. It's about how society has become increasingly polarized. And you know, when you talk about sort of hatred and prejudice, one of the things we've seen with the riots this last week is that when you've got people who are literally taking an extreme stance and just throwing out sound bites, there is no communication. There's no discussion of any issues, of any problems. There's just this kind of hatred and intolerance on both sides, and that, you know, it's exactly that sort of led to the fear and hatred that resulted in the death of Sophie, and it's awful. And I don't think, unfortunately, social media has particularly helped with that.
No, I think that is one thing we've had a lot, is social media being very much a double-edged sword. You can find your community, you can find people in this family as well, but at the same time you're open to a lot of abuse from strangers on the internet.
Absolutely.
Yes, I totally agree with this, and the thing is that, we love discussion as a band, we're discussing a lot of things, internally as well, we love talking with people, but also, challenging people, getting information out of them. Some people are just quite shy, they don't want to say what they think, but also as an artist, I was saying on previously actually that we are responsible of this, what we are saying, and what message we are sending to people, because it's very important, we do have impact, we are all kind of connected, this what we're saying, people receiving, and I think it's very important to keep in that discussion, and challenge, and also compromises as well, which are very difficult, in the best of time, in all kind of parts of life, from work, home, and your hobbies, but it is just keeping conversations, and giving time as well to breathe and have time to think,
Absolutely. But obviously when we were growing up, and what happened to Sophie, and then you fast forward to 2024, the world is a very different place. Do you think it's easier to grow up as part of this community now than it was back then, or still problems?
I think the problems still very much exist, and again, you mentioned sort of social media is a double-edged sword. I think it is easier now than it was in the 90s, for example, to find your own community, but I think also the problem is that a lot of these communities have almost, maybe out of self-defense, but they've become ring-fenced, so they actually sort of become more closed to outsiders, and that's where you then start to get that kind of intolerance, because where you've got people on the outside looking in, they're only going to see what they want to see, and they're going to interpret it through their own unique lens, and that's why it's really important to have some outreach and to have sort of discussions. There does need to be more of that, I think, whether we're talking about the metal community, or whether you're talking about politics, or whether you're talking about sport or whatever, discussion and finding common ground and common humanity is the most important thing. So in some ways, I think this wonderful metal community, it's here and it's possible, and you've got places like Bloodstock that prove that. But at the same time, there's still that issue with the people from the outside looking in. Oh, you're going to Bloodstock. Oh, that's going to be a weekend of violence and drugs and Satan. You sacrifice goats. I mean, I'm 40 and I still hear this from work colleagues. Oh, it must be a very angry place. No.
Please go back to work just covered in blood. I've had a white lab coat on, just covered in that, holding a cross upside down or something. That'd be amazing.
I was going to go with the goat's head that I killed her.
Yeah.
It's blood livestock. Anyway, bringing it back to yourselves. That joke was terrible. You guys are here because you were handpicked by Simon Hall, I believe I read.
Yeah, that's correct. And I think that fact has really only hit us today. We've spent the last 3 months in denial. Just waiting for the email going, April Fools.
What was that moment like, though, when you received that email to be like, you coming?
I mean, quite honestly, what I saw was, Simon, Bloodstock, I was expecting the kind of, thanks, we had a listen. I was like, oh yeah, thanks, so nice of you to check it out. Never mind, maybe next. Oh. Okay. So I sort of took 5 minutes, read it again, sent a message to them, I'm like, guys, I think we might be playing Bloodstock. Then kind of WhatsApp blew up. So yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, and I mean, really, we were so gobsmacked to be picked, and it's an honour to be here, really. Having been fans for so long, to find ourselves here playing it, we've been coming since 2008, so yeah, it's huge.
Incredible. Before we let you get out of here, you released your last album in January. What's the future looking like now?
So in the immediate future, we've got some gigs. We're going to be playing with the Progressive guys, Coma Rossi, and our good friends The River in Leicester in October. We're going to just build up a few more dates around that, so we're hoping to come back to London. We also want to go somewhere north, so maybe Leeds, because there's some really great venues there, or Manchester, and also somewhere down south. I've always wanted to play Bournemouth because I'm originally from that part of the world, and I just love to go back there and play.
Lovely town.
It's great, yeah. And then we've got 2 gigs in France, which we haven't formally announced, but we're going to be playing Paris and Rouen in December. First time we've ever gone. We actually recorded our albums in Italy. We didn't get a chance to play there because we were so busy doing the recordings. So yeah, we're going over to France and playing, which is just huge for us. And I've just finished writing the 4th album. So our guitarist Rich is coming over to our house in 2 weeks to just finish the solos on that, and then we're going to look for a studio and get that recorded.
Wow. Incredible.
We don't stop, really.
I was going to say. And then we'll breathe. Incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time out and chatting to us today.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, we're Crowgod.
Crowgod!
I'm Mel, bass.
I'm Matt, guitars.
Alana, vocals.
I'm Tom and I play the drums.
Love it. I can see why you didn't want responsibility of the microphone now. Yeah, I like yeah, I just want to be at the back, mate. That's okay. I just want to play and hit things really hard.
Play the drums.
I'm
so young.
I'm just a baby.
Aren't you headlining the station tonight as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Perfect.
Headlining a stage at your first festival is not bad, right? Like,
I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. Yeah, on the last day as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty thrilled. Yeah,
I can imagine. That's like unbelievable.
Trying to sort of hold it in, to be honest.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Essentially, you're supporting them on a math. How does that feel?
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad.
No, I'm dead.
For a Sunday. Yeah.
I think things really hit for me when it's like you're clashing with Carcass. Like, what the fuck? Sick.
But the thing is, though, obviously, even though Carcass play at the same time, people will still show up and come see. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to Carcass.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Where's Matt gone? Is he, I'm sure he's right here, sir. We've got a show to. Oh fuck, he's watching Carcass.
He's going to play guitar at the same time. Hope he's in time.
Yeah, we're gonna like hologram him in.
Really long
Like,
lead.
The joys of AI.
really long lead.
But obviously you're headlining this station tonight, and obviously you're proper excited for today, and obviously you've got the beautiful weather to go with you as well. So you really can't go wrong today, can you?
Yeah,
On a
then,
Sunday in the middle of
it
Derbyshire.
being so hot, people can come hide in the tent.
Yeah. But for a Crowgod show compared to a Crowgod festival set, do you change your setups up accordingly so people obviously might not be so familiar with yourselves, so just drop all the bangers in to draw those people in?
Let's take this.
Well, our music is quite of a mixture of a sludge bit prog, bit of doom. We kind of tailor our set to the shows, basically.
Nice.
I'd say today it's a pretty good mix, though. Like, give them a bit of everything.
I'd say it's pretty beginner friendly, you know?
It's
It's
like
weird.
that.
It's
Entry
nice.
level Crowgod.
Reel them in with the nice soft bit first, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
Here you go. Have all of our
Lure them in and kick them in the face.
And then ease them with some like gentler doom stuff while they're picking up their face. Yeah.
I like it. I like you thought this through. I like it. So, us as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of the foundation?
Absolutely, yeah.
Amazing. So, that's the one. So, when we're talking to artists this weekend, we're basically trying to find out a bit more about the stereotypes you may have had placed upon you being part of this community. Because let's be honest, all of us growing up were treated like shit for being part of this community. So, we're trying to find out what, like I said, a bit more of the stereotypes. If you had that sort of, oh, I bet they love a fight. Oh, I bet they worship the devil. You know, that sort of thing. Just when you're at work, going to the doctors, I don't know. Is this something you've had to experience in your lives?
Yes.
A little bit, not so much growing up, bit at uni and stuff, but
I was part of the emos that used to hang right down by the river, and we're like, those guys are weird. They listen to weird music and have weird coloured hair. Ooh.
well, I guess luckily or unluckily, I don't know. I wasn't really like that in control of my own wardrobe growing up, so the really like cringy emo phase I would have had never happened on the outside.
Yes.
It was all, inside, I was all alone. It was hard, like.
Well, I never went through an emo phase, but I was growing up in Poland. That was depressing.
I mean, I'm not very
have a hard
metal,
time
to
with
be
the
honest.
night.
Like, I like my spag bowl and like an early night. So, but
family dinners.
I've had my fair bit of lick for like, you know, the music that I'm into. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me a whole lot.
Spag bowl not metal?
Well, you know, I like my family dinners and you know, dog walks. I'm not saying that isn't metal, but yeah.
Pizza?
I remember I got searched when I was like 14 at a family festival. They were like, "You've got red hair. You look weird. You look like you do drugs. We're gonna search you." I was like,
Were they right?
I'm 14. I'm just like,
That's the exact sort of bullshit we're talking
yeah,
about. Like, yeah,
literally.
because you have coloured hair,
Yeah,
therefore you must be on drugs.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Child.
Also, Emo's Down by the River sounds like a great band name. Just gonna say, it does sound like a great band.
Also, your hair wasn't red. They were the one on drugs. It was actually dark. Yeah.
Emo's Down by the River. Would that be like emo gospel crossover? Like,
Oh fuck yes!
Of course not.
Emo
yeah,
gospel
man.
that needs to happen.
Yeah.
That needs to happen.
The other thing we're asking as well, because obviously when we were growing up and when what happened to Sophie, you fast forward to 2024, the world's a very different place now.
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon it's easier to be part of this community now, especially for younger people growing up, or
100%.
still challenges?
Yeah. I mean, there's always still challenges with like every fight of equality, right? But it's so much better now. Like, I haven't been groped at a gig in like at least a year and a half. So
What?
yeah, crazy shit, man. 2024.
You've been groped at a gig?
Oh, absolutely. So much, man. So much. Yeah.
That sucks.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's fucking horrible. What are you gonna do?
It's like part of me was like, yay, no more, and the part of me was like, oh shit, that happened in the first place?
Yeah.
That's just disgusting. But
Yeah, man.
let's bring it back to you guys. You guys are here because you won Metal to the Masses in Kent. What was that moment like when you heard your names called out?
I cried and started manically laughing for like half an hour. Literally, insane.
What the fuck? What the hell? Us? Oh, thanks.
Why?
He was like, whoa!
Was it one of those moments where you're like, congratulations to them? Hang on.
Literally, I was like ready to start. I had my hands ready to clap, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? It's like so surreal.
I'm clapping
Have the
myself.
tissues ready and then for either, you know.
Definitely a surreal moment and a huge milestone for us, basically.
Incredible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the beginning.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it, but it feels like hard work is just paying
Oh
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very validating. Very validating.
Incredible. And now you're here, headlining the New Blood stage on the last day. Absolutely incredible. Before we let you go, though, you did release your latest single the beginning of June. How has that gone down with the fans?
It was well received, definitely. People
Everyone
like it.
keeps singing it to me. I'm just like, hey. I wrote that.
No better feeling.
Yeah.
No better feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for joining us today. Go smash that stage later.
Thanks so much.
All the best
Thanks,
to you guys.
guys. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, my friend.
We're Chub the band. Woo! We are a geezer metal / metal infused party punk bands from Brighton.
I'm geezer metal, I love that. What was that? Come on, like, oh mate, so basically we're gonna play some fucking metal for you, alright?
We fucking love metal. Yeah,
It's all Cockney rhyming slang, mate.
yeah. We basically play punk with like metal like riffs and infusions and stuff.
It sounds
so-
fucking incredible.
Thank you.
Your logo was also amazing, so I just absolutely love that. It's absolutely wonderful.
Long hard night down the pub, you know, just brainstorming
Was that,
the grossest logo we could.
Was that never a name as well?
Oh yeah, I think the name was just. How the fuck did we even come up with it?
I think we all blacked out and the name was just there.
It was a drunk thing, yeah. It was just one solitary notebook page with just Chub.
Yeah, I think we were coming up with just loads of stupid words. We were like, it needs to be one word and it needs to be just dumb.
Yeah.
And then we said Chub and all of us laughed, and I think that's pretty much how it happened.
Everyone laughs when they see the word Chub.
Yeah.
And we've had people come see us because of the name. So.
Yeah. We're literally seeing your band because of the name.
I think we discussed bees, didn't we? We were discussing the amount of bees on the end. yeah. I remember this now. I think a couple of days ago, they should have like 15 bees on there.
Oh yeah, bees, yeah.
Chub.
Yeah, I just want to say, please do not sue us, Chub, the security system
Oh
company.
yeah.
It's one bee, guys.
Uno but. Anyway, how are your personal Saturdays treating you?
Great. Great, really good. We've been here all weekend. Pretty much nice and crispy.
Yeah, we were going to come here anyway, so.
We all already had general tickets, so yeah, all good. I mean, Opeth yesterday were fucking insane, so yeah, so good.
I love that set so much.
Yeah, the whole yesterday was my best day personally, and like Green Lung were fucking incredible. Opeth were amazing. Clutch were really good. It was just such a good day. So yeah.
In the morning.
Haxton was so good.
Yes, Haxton.
I thought King Kraken were really good as well on the EMP stage. They were sick.
Yeah.
I'm pleased you're having a good weekend, and obviously it's time to play.
Sure is. Yeah.
How excited are you?
Lost for words. More than words can express. There aren't enough words in the English language. No, yeah, super excited. We're literally. This is like a bit of a dream for all of us, to be honest. And like, whilst we didn't expect to win Metal to the Masses, we always hoped. And then when it happens, like as like the underdog story, we were all just fucking gobsmacked and happy, and it was great.
Was it one of those moments where it's like, and the winner is Chub? You went, congratulations to that. Wait, what?
Well, yeah. Well,
And then we're like, wait, we have to do it now.
Yeah. Well, we got knocked out in the first heat in Brighton, and then we got through to the semi-finals from the popular vote. So we got the most crowd votes in the whole of Brighton out of any of the bands. So they brought us back, and then we won the semi-finals
and cleaned house.
And cleaned the rest of the house. And it was amazing. And the whole process was beautiful. Everyone in the metal scene in Brighton is just fantastic. You know, we got Adam from Tribe of Ghosts.
We love Adam. We fucking love Cedric.
Yeah, and Spud from Seething Akira as well was there.
Also,
Greg from Knife Bride, Bradley from Brain Slug. Like, so many people, so much talent oozes from Brighton. So it's amazing.
Do you know, I've never heard a bad word about that city.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, no, it's a magical place.
It's going to be overrun soon with all of us just coming down because everyone says good words about it.
Yeah.
But there's nobody anywhere else.
Gentrify us out.
Yeah. There really should just be like, maybe we should sort out a metal festival in around the Brighton area.
I think that's a really good idea.
There's no fucking festivals up down south, so yeah, we need it.
Just be prepared to be mugged by seagulls.
Yes, seagulls. Yeah. Metal seagulls.
Big beefy fuckers. Fucking look at it.
Geezer seagulls. They just want to like fucking squawk, mate.
Give us a fucking chip.
Attack, and I'm like, no! Why the beaters on like an Estella or something?
Mine is 25 HP.
Accuracy's so low. I was going to say as well, the whole fucking experience, Metal to the Masses, vlogged on this boy's channel.
Yes.
I vlogged the whole thing on Meet a Metal on YouTube, so you can actually watch our story. Yeah.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to
Subscribe.
Meet 'em All.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. I was saying, because we were saying that about everybody moving to Brighton, you should call it Brightland and get rid of Ing.
Right, yeah, just Brightland.
Perfect. That sounds way better as well, especially the Euros.
Bright Helmstone.
Really? Is that
No
what
way.
it's called? I didn't know that. That's sick. Bright Helmstone.
Viking dude had a really shiny helmet, and it just went from there. Like literally, that's the story.
Well, there you go. Maybe there should be a fucking Brighton band now called Bright Helmstone. Someone do it. There you go.
What happened to Chub? Oh, they changed their name.
It's a bit long.
Or power metal.
Power metal, folk metal.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But compared to a Chub show, to a Chub festival set, do you change sets up accordingly? So people might be so familiar with yourselves, so just go drop all the fucking bangers in?
Yeah, so pretty much we're doing all of our bangers that we normally do at a home show. The only difference is like a lot of the stuff, some of the crowd interaction is different because a lot of the time I'm either getting in the crowd or like we do certain small different things. Now we've got like a slightly bigger crowd at a festival. We want to do like circle pits, and we're giving out way more beer bongs.
Exactly, yeah. We usually give out a beer bong and then someone does the beer bong, but in a festival tent we're just going to throw them out. And we've got 8 beer bongs to throw out, and so
we have a song dedicated to it. It's called Beer Bong Song, which came out on Wednesday. So but yeah, so there's a couple of things we wanted to change for bigger audiences, but for the most part, it's just us having a good time, facilitating a good time, and telling Tories where to stick it.
Lovely.
As well.
I love that.
So
as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of Sophie the Story?
Yes, yeah.
So while we're talking to artists this weekend, we're trying to find out, because we all know we went through shit when we were growing up because we were part of this community. But what were the sort of stereotypes that were put on you? And are they still happening today? Whether it be, oh, but he's a fucking thug, but he worships the devil, whatever it may be. Are these sort of things that have happened to you where you've been treated differently and had these?
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, yeah, we go to a park called Gilly in Eastbourne, and like, I once had a massive fucking group of chavs come up to me, and because they wanted the bouncy ball I was playing with. Like,
chavs love a bouncy ball.
Down the shop, bro. Like,
yeah, but not so much anymore though. I think.
Because you're hench now.
Oh yeah.
It's because we're Chub.
You don't get built with this. Not so much anymore, no. But like, I still see it. I was walking past the Curzon Cinema in Eastbourne the other day, and I saw some chavs beating up some emos, and I was like, no. Yeah. It was...
especially because as a teenager, you haven't got the confidence to do it. Like, you're a lot more vulnerable.
Yeah.
I started to thought you just like, don't fuck with me, I am Chench.
Yeah. Hey, that's the goal. That's the goal for everyone. You want to be fucking Chench.
Rocking the swole dad board on the
Yeah. I mean, look, like because of like the rise of TikTok and stuff, there's always going to be like little kids still going up to you and being like, "'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you," like making like emo jokes and all that kind of stuff.
I love that song. It's
Yeah, I know, that's a great fucking song. But like at the end of the day, like, you know, like, I mean, you guys, we've had that all our lives and everything, and it's kind of water off a duck's back, really.
I
Like,
remember one time we got attacked by some chavs, and we were drunk, so we started. Do you remember we started using like Hadouken?
Just sprints up this guy and Hadoukens him. We don't recommend that you do that.
Yeah.
Even if you get the input just right, it doesn't work.
oh, it was down B. Shit!
Silly.
Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have been jumping.
It was working earlier.
Let's go to the visionary crouching over.
Yeah, we're just like. That's so
Give him the dick punch.
Oh my god, that's so
How to defend yourself against Chaz, the Street Fighter edition.
Challenge to a sword fight.
How about a dick flip?
Let's play ball.
Oh, way to lower the tones there.
Yeah, this is a high caliber band.
How the fuck am I supposed to put this back on track to Sophie's stuff now?
Yes,
Sorry.
It was so,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's all good.
Refresh. Right. Anyway, obviously, when we were growing up, and what happened to Sophie, and then fast forward to 2024, very different world.
Yes.
Such a bit. Do you think it's easier now for younger kids to be part of this alternative community, or still challenges?
I think definitely there's still some challenges. You know, I mean, you have a younger sister who's like kind of alternative, so like, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean,
probably see it through her eyes and all.
I mean, for the most part, though, like when we went to download in 2009, we'd see like people like burn tents and go absolutely nuts. But I feel like the scene is a lot safer now for people to get in, and I think it's a bit more approachable. Yeah.
There's definitely like it's a lot more diverse. There's been a big upswing of like more women in bands, which is really fucking cool. And I was saying like bands like Knocked Loose, like people like Billie Eilish are going to see them, and it's like you never expect like a fucking super heavy hardcore band to have like mainstream appeal. But it is happening.
Gojira were at the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like metal's more like it's still not mainstream, but it's more like accepted and known.
Yeah, it is bleeding in, like you're saying, like Gojira there, and I know they're more pop punky, but you had Paramore supporting Taylor Swift on the her world tour. Like that wouldn't have happened 10 years ago. Things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I think alternative stuff and metal and that stuff in general is just exploded into popularity now, where it's just like a lot more accessible for everyone, and I think that's a fantastic thing because it means bullying hopefully will be a lot less common because of those things.
Absolutely.
I think TikTok also helped because like ghost songs, for example, get like just pop explode and stuff. And I mean, like fucking Stranger Things with Metallica.
And pop culture as well. Yeah, of course.
That is sick. I didn't even notice that.
That's so good.
But bringing it back to you guys, as you said this week, you released your latest single, Beer Pong. Fucking great name. It pays off every time I try to say it. How's that song been released? Been received is the word, not released.
Oh, it's a crowd.
really overstaying.
Yeah. I mean, in general, it's a crowd favourite. A lot of people really like coming to the shows, and they come up to us and they're like, "Can I do the beer bong this time?" and all that kind of stuff. And we're like, "Of course you can." And
we started with one, and now we have to bring like 3 for local shows.
Yeah.
And still, there's people like, "I wanted to do one."
Yeah.
So we have to play it twice.
And the thing is,
signed a beer bong for that one guy at Rebellion.
And the thing is as well, it's we try and promote like a safe environment, like our gigs as well. Like I always say, like it's not always about like the beer and the drinking, although that definitely helps. But like we've had people do like squash bongs and water bongs and stuff and put whatever they want in it.
That's great.
And it's just an activity and like something to do together, and that's really fun. And it's like a challenge.
I think a squash bong is more hardcore.
Squash without diluted. Someone did that. They did it undiluted, and I was like, that's worse than like doing it with vodka. Like
I was about to say, I would have accepted vodka more than straight squash.
yeah, straight squash, and it was like basically a whole thing.
Download last year, we had an absolute degenerate do a amaretto bong all in one go.
I mean, Zach did a dragon soup bong yesterday.
Yeah. For the channel, of course.
Up on vodka, aren't you, mentalist?
We want people to send us videos of them doing the beer bongs to the beer bong song because it's out now. Please send us videos of you doing it. It's at Chub the Band on everything.
Yes.
We've got a video coming out for it soon. So yeah, Zach's editing it, our boy.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah.
Incredible.
I wanted to be involved. Gents, thank you so much for taking the time out to chat to us today. I've had an absolute blast.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been so fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
I'm Jake. I am lead vocals and guitar in the band Unpeople. How's it going?
That was an incredible introduction. I love it. Probably the best we've ever had.
Thank you.
No worries. How's your personal Saturday treating you?
Superb. Really good. Got here early. Got our stuff together. Played a great show. The crew and the team here has been absolutely flawless. Had a really, really good, successful time. Yeah.
Which is always what we like.
Yeah.
You seem to be on the massive rise, don't you?
I mean, I'm not going to disagree. I'm just trying to take it in my stride right now.
I would.
And,
I would. I hear a lot about you, and you guys
cool.
are great. So
All
just
good,
what I say.
hope.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course. Don't tell him it's not. No, absolutely, definitely is. So, how was your set today?
Superb. Could not get over how many people came to watch us. People singing along front to back. We had 2 crowd surfers, which is like 2 more than I thought we were going to have. So that's cool. There was a couple of thrasher dudes on the front row with their arms crossed, and I made it my sole mission to get their heads nodding, and it happened. So like
magnificent
success. Yeah,
that's what I love about Bloodstock. Is no matter who's playing, where it is, what time it is, that sort of thing, everyone shows up.
Absolutely.
They want to check new stuff out, and it's wonderful to see.
I was a punter here 2 years ago. Had such a good time. Yeah, amazing.
It's such a good festival.
Cattle Decap main stage. Lost my shit.
2022, the year the sun decided to melt us all.
Oh, it was so good though.
It was great.
It was great.
As a ginger, I mean, it wasn't the best.
Okay.
It was like a fucking heat dome. I think it was like 35 every day.
Every spot of shade, there was just goths like in all the shady bits. It was so sick.
Slightly melted, like there's a black puddle on the floor.
I remember watching Barry Tomorrow and all the fire, and I was like, can you not?
Yeah, please.
It's hot enough.
Yeah, hotter than the sun. Yeah.
But compared to an Unpeople show, to an Unpeople Festival show, do you change your sets up accordingly? So maybe you want to just drop all the bangers in to bring more people in if they're not so familiar with yourselves?
We literally turn up and do the same thing at every show and just hope that it works. We just do what we do, and thus far, people seem to be digging it. And we played like Kendall Calling last week, which couldn't be more the opposite.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But I think like with our band, because we have such disparate influences, and it kind of like comes together with the music, that I'm not even blowing our own trumpet right now. There is legitimately a bit of something for everyone, I think. And that's not on purpose. That's just how it comes out. I know that's like cliche to say. It's not just as natural, but like it genuinely is. And yeah, just do what we do and hope people dig it. That's it. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's great though that you can reach all these different types of audiences, because that's what we need.
Absolutely. Solidarity, unity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which leads on beautifully to my next part. Because as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
Absolutely.
So we're talking to people at the festival this weekend to basically find out, because obviously we all know if you're in this community, you more than likely went through shit when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
So we're trying to find out what sort of stereotypes have you had put up on you in your life, whether that be back then or even now today, because you're part of this community, because you're a gentleman walking around with long hair or with tattoos, whatever it may be. Is this something that's affected you?
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely sort of like beginning of secondary school for me was like the emo boom.
Yes.
So I was just like quite a touchy subject, but like back then it was like the self-harm thing was huge.
It was,
like people saying like, oh, you emos just like cut yourselves and stuff, and it's like, and the amount that the British press actually like latched onto that as a negative, and it was in newspapers and stuff, and like a lot of the more sort of, let's say, chavvy community and people in my school, it was really quite disparaging. I was really lucky that I had enough friends and a good enough support system around me that it never really affected me, but I know people that it really affected. And just grateful that the community is so open to, especially nowadays, like talking more about mental health. We touch on it in a lot of our songs, and I think it's a lot more accepted now that people need support. They don't want, like, it doesn't help anyone when you're negative about that stuff, essentially. And everyone's got their clan, and you just got to double down and look after each other, you know? Like, it's definitely affected me in the past, but I'm here now, so I don't give a fuck.
I found that I chatting to quite a few people. They're going, dude, I probably still do get it, but I'm really just don't care anymore.
Yeah, the beauty of getting slightly older. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just too lazy to pay attention to other
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, I've got an album to write. I can't be asked.
This guy looks at me funny in the doctors.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, when that happened to Sophie when we were growing up,
Absolutely.
2024 is a very different world.
Just
like,
a bit.
everything has completely changed. Do you think it's easier to be part of this community now, especially for the young people coming into it?
I'd say so, definitely. I mean, with the rise of social media, although there is an awful lot of negative connotations, there's also a lot of positives. It's so much easier to like reach out to more like-minded people and like get a support system like that, and you know, it is a lot more convenient now, definitely.
I've said I completely agree with that social media thing, because it is a double-edged sword. You can find
Massively.
your family, but also assholes can find you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Yeah. But let's bring it back to you guys. Obviously, Tom said at the start, you guys are absolutely smashing it at the moment. Heavy Metal Music Awards. Not only are you playing, you're also nominated for Best UK Breakthrough Artist.
Yes, we
How
are.
excited are you for this?
So stoked. Like, in all honesty, unbelievably grateful to have been nominated for that, but that is like by the by for me, because we're playing, so even if we don't win, it's like we still get to go and show up and do what we do. So like for me, that means more to me than necessarily winning. So yeah, it's just stoked to have been asked. Yeah,
That's incredible. Before we let you go, what's the future of Unpeople looking like?
It's what we like to call band stuff.
Band stuff.
So it's like you write the songs, you record the songs, and then you play them live.
Okay,
Nice.
Yeah, but that's literally it. But like, that's what we're here to do, and we just hope people enjoy it. That's all we can ask for. But yeah, more festivals, more shows, more music. Here we go.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time.
Absolute pleasure.
It means the absolute world.
Likewise.
Thank you very much, fella.
Thank you so
Enjoy the
much.
rest of your weekend.
Have it.
Yeah. Cheers, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Fernanda, bassist and singer for Brazilian death metal band Crypta, and I'm here playing Bloodstock for the first time ever, and it was amazing.
That was literally the best introduction I think we've ever had.
Oh my God.
Fucking right.
I'm flattered, thank you.
You're very welcome. How was your personal Saturday treating you? How's your day been?
It's been great, to be honest. We started off playing an amazing set here at Bloodstock. It's always been a dream, a personal dream of mine, playing here, and then I finally did it. It was an early set. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But then it was packed, you know, like people were, you know, like screaming your name and stuff like that. It was really a lot of fun. We were very comfortable on stage, so we were able to deliver 100%. And then signing session, I always love to meet fans right after the show, so it was very special too. And I watched Deicide, which is my top 3, I don't know, death metal bands. I fucking love them. So I had also amazing vegan food at catering. It's just perfect. Death metal, vegan food, stage, bands.
What a Saturday.
It's amazing.
You cannot argue. That's the beautiful thing about Bloodstock fans, though, is that no matter what time of day it is, no matter how hungover they are, tired they are, drunk they might be, everyone turns up, everyone shows up.
Yeah, and they did to our show, and I was so glad. You never know what to expect when you play a festival for a first time, and the UK, it's our second time here in the UK. First time was in June, so it's still like a new territory for us as a band. So I felt very welcomed.
Good.
Yeah, the crowd was amazing. Lots of them wearing T-shirts, and it was really early, like 12 something, and they were there for us. I really, really appreciate it.
So compared to a Crypta show, compared to a Crypta festival set, did you change the set this up accordingly? So if people maybe aren't so familiar with yourselves, or because you've got a shorter amount of time, do you just put all the bangers in instead?
Yeah, we tried. That's always a thing, the set list, you know, because like if it was for me, I would put like only the fast ones, and let's just like no pauses in between, let's just go. Although I need pauses to get some water. But yeah, that's all. It's always a thing, and then we learned that the ideal right now, when we have to cut songs short, what we try to do is firstly adapt the set list for the festival or the tour that we're playing. Like if it's a more like brutal death metal festival, then we'll include the fast, more aggressive ones. If it's a more like mixed audience kind of festival, then we'll put like some of our songs which have more melodies and stuff like that. So we really adapt, and also we try to respect whatever, like the well-being of everyone. If there's one day I'm not feeling well or the drummer's not feeling well, then we take it easy, and then we let them choose like whatever song they want out on their set. So we try to be very democratic.
I love that. I like that. I've never heard a set list being set up due to people's well-being before. I love that. That's great.
Yeah, you see? We're a considerate band.
But no, I did want to add, I did catch the set earlier, and it was absolutely phenomenal. My 7-year-old daughter's here. I was like, what do you think of these? And she was like, I don't know, Daddy. I was like, they're all girls. And she's like, that's so cool.
Ah, that's so nice. That's so nice. Yeah, I always love seeing women watching us, and especially like little girls or teenagers, because I once was a little girl and a teenager. My dad was a metalhead, and so I used to go to concerts with him. And I remember the feeling when I could watch a few women here and there on stage. Nowadays we have like way more bands with women. Yeah. And I remember the feeling, you know. I don't want to be, you know, like arrogant and say, oh, I'm influencing, you know, like girls. But I know the feeling. I know the feeling I had when I watched other girls play, and I think that's very cool. So whenever I see like other girls watching the set, I'm like, yeah, I feel inspired back, you know. It's really cool.
So us as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you aware of Sophie and the story?
I'm not sure.
So back in 2007, Sophie was walking home from a night out with her boyfriend, and they were attacked by a group of 5 young lads, and Sophie lost her life.
Oh.
Her boyfriend ended up going to a coma. Unfortunately, he came out of it, but his life's not been the same since. And all this happened because they were goths. They didn't know these people. They never spoke to them before. They literally didn't like how Sophie was dressed, and they attacked her.
That's very sad.
Sophie's mom set up the foundation to basically protect people in this community, to make them feel more safe, to see what we can do.
I know that. I think some years back when I played with my band Nervos, I think someone told me about that, and they gave me like some wristbands, like rubber. Yes, I had that, but like it was a while ago. I remember that. I remember this case. It's very sad.
Stage is named after her.
Oh, that's very beautiful. That's very beautiful.
So we're talking to artists this weekend to try and get some more information on how other people are treated. Because I think when we were all young, being part of this community, we mostly got treated like crap, having abuse held at us. But what sort of stereotypes have been put on you for being part of this community? Whether it be when you were younger or even now, have you had like the side eye that, oh, but she worships the devil, and like those sort of things? Have you experienced that?
I mean, I was lucky enough to have grown in a very musical environment. My dad is a metalhead. My mom is all into music. So my family was kind of used to it. So in the family, there was no hostility at all. And it was actually the opposite. They were always encouraging me to, for me to be the metalhead I wanted to be since I was a kid. But I remember at school, I was kind of like the weirdo, like always with the big t-shirts because we didn't have, like crop tops like we have nowadays. So I would have, like the big t-shirts, and I would be the weirdo. But I tried to embrace that. I don't think I was ever hostilized at school. At college, a little bit more. I was the only metalhead, and I was the only one coming from like a poor community. So there I was very bullied there because like people didn't take me serious a lot, like there. I studied journalism, and I was like, like a metalhead with like red pants and stuff like that, and I knew I was a joke there. But nowadays, some of these friends, they see me, like playing all around the globe with my band, and I'm sure that they kind of regret treating me the way they did.
Oh, absolutely.
But in the metal scene, it's always been alright. It's always it's a little tougher as a woman being in the metal scene. It's got a lot better, but I think more and more we're feeling more and more comfortable doing what we came here to do, which is live our dream and do what we like, But
absolutely.
But I think it's better now, but there's still a long way to go, like when trying to show people that, hey, we're not weirdos, we're just, like us, and there's nothing wrong with being who we are, like the metalheads we are. And
absolutely, like I say, I think it is easier, but there is still work to do.
Definitely.
Bringing it back to yourselves though, you are very soon going to join Hatebreed in America on their 30th anniversary tour. I was going to say how excited are you for, but that's the answer, right?
I cannot wait for this tour. First of all, like I've known the Hatebreed guys over the internet for a while, and I mean, it's a huge band. We're gonna play. I think this is the biggest tour so far in my career. Like we're gonna be playing like this huge venues, and I'm so thankful to the guys. It's gonna be amazing. I know they invited us for this tour, and there's Carcass. They're one of my favorite bands, Carcass. And I cannot wait to watch Carcass every fucking night. This is gonna be the coolest thing. I think even cooler than playing every night. But I cannot wait for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And as a band, it's gonna be there's something in my head.
Okay.
As a band, there's just something here. As a band, it's gonna be like, again, I think one of the highlights of our career because it's gonna be a huge tour. Fortunately enough, Crypta, people in the U.S. like us very much, like people in the U.S. That's what you mentioned.
Yeah. Does it all the time.
So people in the U.S. like the band very much. We did some tours there, and we were like welcomed. It's really a good market for Crypta, so I think this is going to be a killer tour. I cannot wait. And it's going to be an easy one. Like, I don't know, like 30-minute, 40-minute set every night, and then getting to watch all these amazing bands in the U.S., which is a nice market for us. It's definitely another dream come true for me, like playing with Carcass and Hatebreed every night.
Well, have fun and enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, thank you for having us here. Thank you for all the work you do here. I think you're a very important bridge between what we want to talk and what the fans want to hear, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy this
I hope
weekend.
it was a good one for you all.
It's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Take care.